Hello, my name is Adriana Bernabe, and I want to present to you guys my sacred space. I divided mine in half, being one side my Catholic, Mexican Catholic traditions, culture, religion, and then the other half was my more recent side, which is my spiritual side. I started learning about chakras, the law of attraction, how to stay positive, how to do affirmations. So that's more of what I do now, but I still practice my Catholic religion. I was born into a Mexican Catholic family, so before the age of 1, I was baptized. My godparents do happen to be my aunt and uncle. I do have a great relationship with them. I don't know, or I didn't really know the significance of the baptism when I was a baby, but I do have a real strong tie with my godparents, and I do know that they're people that I could look up to. So I'm not so religious, but I do understand that part. I value my godparents and I respect them a lot. After that, the next celebration I did in the Catholic side would be my 15th. This is a picture of my mom and I had no idea about the religious side of the quinceañera. I just wanted a party. The priest went to the hall and did the mass there, so I never went to classes. I didn't study anything. I just was doing what I had to do to get the party done. So I wasn't really religious at all. In 2010, I lost my brother due to a heart attack, and the family everybody kind of went their separate ways, kept a lot to themselves. So I started reading some self-help books, which I have in my box. These are 3. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, 7 Highly Affects People, The Magic of Thinking Big. They really helped me a lot. I didn't really believe in God until about after my brother passed away, about 2-3 years after. I just felt really hopeless. Went to college. I was first time in my first generation to go to college. I was hanging with friends that were doing drugs, and I just didn't know how to react to the situation. So I remember going to church one day and just being like, you know what, God, I don't know about you. I never had a relationship with you, but I want to try, and I just need strength to move forward, and I kept to myself. I didn't tell anybody, and soon enough, with the help of also reading my self-help books, I was able to pull myself out of that and just live this life of positivity. So losing my brother kind of made me rediscover strength, so I do carry a lot of things of him. This is a picture of him who's getting a tattoo that day. I'm drinking a beer. I have this wallet in my box. I also have his belt in here, and some of his favorite stuff, some mints and a little. And all this stuff I keep in a home altar that I have for him. It's funny because before reading and attending Professor Cadena's class, I didn't really know much about altars. So as I'm reading about altars and how to create them, the stuff that they put, like the glass and the water, I was like, what? I have one of those at home. I have a whole altar for him with food, not food, but like mints, chocolates. We have a glass of water for him. We have roses. And I never knew that it was part of my culture or tradition. Like, we celebrate Dia de los Muertos. So this year was actually my first Dia de los Muertos event. And I have a son now, so I'm able to teach him that tradition and keep the memory of my brother alive to him. So with that said, this is my baby's first ultrasound. It's also in my sacred box. Gives me strength to move forward and to keep learning, so I could really, give my all to my son. And then the last thing is my rosario. I carry this in my car. I don't attend Mass every Sunday, but I do carry this. I do believe it protects me or gives me strength or just keeps me out of bad situations. So you could say I'm both. I'm spiritual. I try to live a positive life, free from negativity. But I'm also still Catholic. I sometimes attend church. I do some of the things. I do plan on baptizing my son. So I'm just kind of living in two different worlds. And the outside of the box, it's just a regular box. These are Purple Hearts. They represent Alzheimer's. My grandmother, who I take care of, has Alzheimer's, so we discovered that a few years back, about 2-3 years back, and I just been her caretaker ever since, and that also gives me a lot of strength to move forward and keep going in life. So thank you for your time.